As we run through the final steps of integrating our Dialogflow bot with Slack, which we'll do in this lecture, ponder on this question. How is Dialogflow notified when we send a message to our Slack weather bot? We have our check weather intent all configured. We've tested it to make sure that it hits the external open weather map API. We are now ready to integrate it into Slack. Click on integrations on the side panel, and this will show you all the platforms with which Dialogflow has one click integrations. One click because all you need to do is to enable this slider like we did for Slack, set up a few configuration parameters, and you're done. Enabling Slack integration will bring up this dialog, and this dialog contains the three pieces of information that you need to configure to help Dialogflow talk to Slack. That is the client ID, the client secret, and the verification token. Simply copy these over from your Slack workspace that you just set up. And this is all that you need to do on the Dialogflow end to enable Dialogflow to talk to Slack. We are not completely done yet. There's still some stuff that we need to do on the Slack end before Dialogflow and Slack are completely linked together. They are integrated together. The last bits have to do with configuring these URLs that you see on screen on the Slack end. The first is the OAuth URL. This is the URL that Slack will hit whenever you send a direct message to the weather bot on Slack, which is then integrated with Dialogflow. Slack will use this URL to ensure that Dialogflow is indeed authorized to send messages to Slack. When Dialogflow receives a message on this OAuth URL, it'll send back the client ID, the client secret, and the verification token to authorize itself to Slack. The second URL that needs to be configured on the Slack end is the events request URL. Now, when Slack receives messages on the direct channel to our weather bot, it needs to notify Dialogflow. This is the bot user notification message.im that we had set up earlier. Now, this notification is sent to Dialogflow on this URL. Copy paste these URLs to a sticky note or to some notepad or some text editor somewhere, and then go ahead and click start on this bot. That means this bot is now ready to receive requests from Slack. Close this dialog and then switch over to Slack to set up the final bit of configuration. Go to OAuth and permissions on the Slack page, that is from the left navigation pane. Scroll down a little bit and say that you want to add a new redirect URL. Add the first URL, the one for OAuth authorization, to this particular text box. Click on add and then click on save URLs. So you're done with the first part of the configuration. Then go to the event subscriptions page where we had enabled the bot user events to be sent to the third party app. And on this page, you configure the second URL. Click on the Enable Events slider if you haven't already done so, and in the text box for the request URL, paste in the URL for event notifications that we got from Dialogflow. Now, Slack will verify that this URL is correct before it will allow you to proceed. But once you see the verified message there, you are good to go. Go ahead, save changes, and you're done with linking your Dialogflow with Slack. In order for the weather bot to show up under our apps in the workspace that we created, you need to go to Manage Distribution and click on the Add to Slack button that you see on screen. Click on Authorize, and you should see the bot connection success message. We're now ready to test out our bot. Log into your workspace on slack.com, and once you're on your workspace, notice that under Apps, we have a new tab for our weather bot, our bot which is always online, which is why it's shown with a green dot next to it. Click on the weather bot and let's get chatting with it. I'm planning a trip and I want to find out weather information for the city that I plan to visit on the day that I plan to visit. Now remember that we've configured our agent with small talk, which means when you make small talk with your weather bot, it'll respond appropriately. It's a very friendly bot. Let me get the weather forecast for Singapore. It's a country as well as a city. So it comes under GeoCity. The weather cost forecast for Singapore for the 6th of October, that's when around when I recorded this course, is clear sky. Our weather bot is now integrated with Slack. And keep testing it further. Perform a bunch of small talk with it. Make sure it responds as you expected. Try a number of different cities, try a number of different dates. Remember that our backend server code does not allow you to query dates which are more than 5 days ahead of the current day. You can change that by simply calling the right API on Open Weather Map. But as you can see, our bot is chatty, it's friendly, and it gives us the information that we are looking for. And the answer to this question, which we asked at the beginning of this lecture, is via the events request URL. This is a URL that Dialogflow offers when it integrates with Slack. This URL you copy from Dialogflow and paste it into your Slack app configuration. And this is where your Slack bot user will send message requests. This is how Dialogflow is notified whenever you send a direct message to the WeatherBot channel in your Slack workspace.